What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Today's video is very important, especially for those of you just getting into the sport card hobby. It doesn't matter what kind of bank account you have. I am going to give you a great way to start investing in sport cards and a really nice strategy for those of you who may be trying to get into it without having a lot of money locked up. So you don't want to miss this video. I appreciate you for being here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Drop a like, drop a comment on what you think, and if you have any good suggestions for investors, whether it be new or old, drop them down below. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, y'all, so this is going to be a pretty short and sweet video. I wanted to kind of walk you through my past purchase that I did this past week with some cards. And this is a strategy that I do very often, and I think that it works well for me, and I think that it will work well for you. And I think that it's very important to mention this and kind of put this in people's minds. Not the fact that you guys can't think to do this for yourself, but just seeing it in real life and how it works and how it happens. I think that'll kind of help a lot of the newer investors in the sport card hobby really see the opportunity in this field, in this game. So with my purchase this week, I spent $500 on some cards. And also, let me give you a little information. Next week, my next video will be cards that I am buying going into the baseball season. I'm going to mention a guy that I have been buying a lot of, and it was the right time, but now it may be a little bit too late. But anyways, cards to buy for the baseball season is coming up next. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the deal that I did this past week. I spent $500 on 15 cards. And in those cards, it included Fernando Tatis Jr., Ronald Acuna, Wander Franco, and that was, and Jordan Alvarez. All three guys that I think are very good. Wander Franco, I'm not going to say that he's amazing. He hasn't even played a professional game yet, but there's a lot of hype around him, and I think the value is there to be able to quickly flip his cards. So, anyways, with that being said, let me go ahead and walk you through the cards that I picked up in this purchase, and then I'll kind of give you the details of my plan going forward. Alright, so as you can see, those are the 15 cards that I picked up, all for $500. My plan was to buy those cards, figure it out with them, and get them graded or do whatever with them. I knew for a fact Tatis, he was looking at the contract extension. They were talking to him. Everyone loves him in that organization as well as the MLB. He's really as big as you can get with trying to be the face of baseball, and he is really good. So he's one of those guys that is part of the let the kids play movement in the MLB right now, and I think that that's only going to continue to grow as MLB continues to grow and gets more popular as well. And the sport card hobby will definitely help that. But with that being said, my investment strategies when I buy these cards, I buy bulks of cards. I buy lots of cards. I'm not saying I go buy a collection of someone's cards. I'm not opposed to doing that. But a majority of the time, that takes a lot of time looking through the cards. A lot of the cards are damaged or they weren't well taken care of. You have to know who you're buying a bulk of cards from. I mean, if it's a heavy investor and he's been doing it for years, your cards are probably going to be in okay shape. But this is the way that I like to invest in sport cards. I bought this whole lot for $500. I was planning on selling some of the cards. This card right here, the Prism Refractor, I've already sold it. $350 cash. Yes, the contract extension helped that. All the hype around Tatis helped that. I kind of wanted to get this card graded because if it was a 10, it would have been over $1,000. It is over $1,000 right now. But it's one of those things in the market, you have to figure out what is the time to hit on these players, and you have to capitalize. And also, I hate to say this as a seller of cards, an investor of cards, but a majority of the time, and I think this is smart for you to do as well, buying a lot. Like I just bought, this is a little sneak peek for next week, I just bought 10 Ronald Acuna rookie cards. My plan with that is to look at those cards, see which ones are having a chance at being a 10, get the rest out, and I'll sell off the rest and make my money back. With how much I paid for that lot, I'm going to be able to make my money back easily off that lot. So, and also, guys, you guys that have wives, this is a great way to explain to your wife, like, look, this is my investing strategy. As much as you act like your wives don't care about how much money you spend, they care. But so this is your investing strategy. Buy all these cards for $500. Sell this card for $350. You have $150 left in this. I'm for sure keeping a couple of these cards. I'm for sure keeping the Topps Chrome. It looks like a 10, so I'm going to send it off to get graded. I'll have all these cards too. These cards are very underrated cards that are very cheap for Tatis. But anyways, I'll have all the Jordans as well. I think he's very undervalued. But anyways, I hope that this is a video that you guys kind of understood what I'm doing with my investing strategies. Buy a bulk of cards, check them all out, pick out some that you like, pick out some that you don't like, some that may be a little bit, not dinged up or anything. I don't want you to, screw other buyers up that you're selling to. Take care of them, tell them what the cards conditions are. But I plan to make at least $200 off this lot, as well as keeping probably $1,000 worth of cards after they get graded, and $500 at the least. So I'm making around $700 profit on these cards, and I will be able to keep, say, this many cards without having $1 into them. And that's how I do a lot of my cards. A lot of the cards that I have right now, I bought bulks of them, sold them off, and then kept some. So my whole inventory pretty much is I have no money into them, and other than the money that I have spent to get them graded, I have no money into those cards. I'm already profiting off all of those cards, and it's only going to be capital. And that kind of helps you in the way of thinking of if you want to hold that card for long term. If I want to hold this Topps Chrome Tatis long term, I don't have to feel bad about that because I have no money into that card. So anyways, short and sweet video. Like I mentioned, that is the way that I am investing in sport cards right now. I buy a lot of cards, check them all out, figure out which ones I want to keep. I sell the rest, make my money back and some, and then I grade the others that I keep. I have no money into them, and I can get rid of them whenever I want them. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for being here. Please drop a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. A lot more sport cards videos coming out for you. Baseball is going to be hot. I know vintage basketball and everything like that is very hot, and the modern day cards for basketball is not that hot right now. I firmly believe that the playoffs of basketball is going to bring back modern cards, and it's going to trend into baseball season. Baseball cards are going to explode for the modern day players. I'm telling you now, modern day baseball players are going to explode this year. Get them now while you can, and a great way to know who to buy. Next week, I will be letting you know who to buy in the baseball market. So anyways, appreciate you for being here again. Peace.